First off, I just want to say, forgive the footage. It's a little shaky. I was obviously a little excited. But what I'm doing is just giving you a backstory on before we found the deer. We were in Missouri. I think my dad had saw this deer about 3 days in a row chasing. The day he actually shot it, it was not chasing, it was just coming across the field. He hit it with a doe grunt. Anyway, and came right into him. I think it was on his left, coming about 55 yards, quarter to slightly. Instead of stopping the deer, Dad, I think he got pretty excited. He shoots it, it's quarter to. Anyway, he didn't realize it at the time. He knew he hit the deer. The deer jumped, took off, ran about 100 yards from where he was hunting, or from where he was shot, and just stood there. Deer started just kind of, getting real tight and kind of buckled up looking. Well, Dad, he didn't really know what had happened, but the deer was just standing there, stood there for like 15 minutes, I guess. Dad just watched him, looking at him through his binoculars. He's trying to get another shot, but like I say, he's about 100 yards away, so just a little bit too far. Well, the deer just stood there. Dad got to looking, and it looked like maybe something was hanging out from underneath his belly. Dad gut shot him, he didn't realize it. And so the guts are dragging the ground though at this point, with the angle came out, angle down, obviously he's in a tree stand. Deer stands there probably another 15 minutes. Dad finally, I call him. He's telling me he's looking at the deer, he just shot it. So he calms down. He sneaks out of there, and we go eat stuff, and we're talking about it. We'll decide to come back the next morning because the shot didn't look great. Wake up, probably an hour before daylight, we get there, and we decided to go on in, try to find the last blood. Well, Dad, the night before, had told me that he thought if that deer went through the real thick part, that, he might get hung, we could find him. Well, sure enough, I'm in the middle of the field. Dad had been walking around. I hear a yell. I say, hey, I found him. So I take off running. I get over there. I run up to him. Dad's standing over this deer. He goes, I think he's alive. And I'm like, well, I think I'd shoot him, And so right as I say that, literally, Dad is standing a foot away from the deer. I'm standing 3 feet away. The deer jumps up. Dad had his crossbow, and Dad's like, and he shoots. Just shoots. Probably from this far away from the deer. We don't know if he hit or missed. We found the arrow. It's stuck. Just the fletchings are sticking out of the ground. So we run out. We're trying to see the deer. I see him. He runs down about 50 yards. Goes in the woods. Barely breaking daylight at this point. We leave. We come back an hour later, and we're tracking. Man, well, I'll say that I went to where I thought I saw him go in the woods. I could find no blood. We were extremely worried. And anyway, backstory though, I forgot to tell you this. We found the deer just right, maybe 75 yards from where Dad had initially shot him. And his guts, just like Dad thought, had got caught on the ground. They were dragging the deer. Instead of just pulling his guts out, he felt him caught. He lay down apparently. And that's where he bedded all night. He was there. I think we gave him 12 hours before we went back, or maybe 13. Anyway, he was there. Now, fast forwarding back to where we had left for an hour, we came back, couldn't find any blood. And I'm looking where I thought the deer would come in, like, man, my hopes for recovering this deer have just plummeted at this point. Anyway, Dad calls me and said, hey, I found the blood. So I go over there to him. Well, then I track it to a opening. He's in the field where he found it. I track it to a opening, pretty thick opening. And Dad, this is a levee all the way down to here with about a 10-yard opening, 10 yards of just grass. So Dad can see real good. When he walks down the opening, in case I jump the deer and it goes out, to be able to shoot it, have a little room, because it's so thick where I'm going. So I start tracking this deer. I am creeping through this thick stuff. I'm crawling on the ground basically. Anyway, I get about 20 yards into that brush, and I look up and I see that deer. Well, as soon as I see him, the deer jumps up. He's laying on this mound. He jumps up, he runs, just on the other side of this mountain, just right out of sight. I can't hear anything. All of a sudden I hear a crash, just leaves going everywhere. And he's laying there kicking. I called Dad. I'm like, over and over. Dad wouldn't answer. Finally answered. I'm like, look, you know, do not go into the woods after the deer. He's still alive. Anyway, I think I heard him crash. You know, let's back out. We'll come back. And literally when we come back, that's when the video starts, and you'll see the rest from there. But it's a great experience, great times. Can't wait to do it again. He's in here after this deer. He might be dead or he might not. Let's see. You see him? I'll shoot him. I believe he's dead. I believe that's where he crashed. He's dead, I think. Be ready to shoot him though. Kick him. Don't let him hit you. He's dead, baby. Woo! Got him, son. That's a fine deer. Got your hands on him, son. He's a big deer. There he is. Look at him, Hoss. I told you I heard him crash or kicking right here. He was dead when I left. I bet you.
Yeah.
What you think?
Got him, baby. Woo. Got that rascal. He's a perfect 8-point. I've been watching him for 3 days now. I went moved my deer stand yesterday about lunchtime and went back and he come out on me again. That's that minute. Alright, I love you.